You did not. You did not. Don't take that from me. What's going on, everyone? Oh my goodness. Okay, no, for real. And action. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to On the Floor with Liv and Cor. I'm Cor, that's Liv, and we are on the floor. Olivia,
We're on the floor.
we're on the floor.
We're
Couldn't be
doing
more
it. You
real.
know who else is on the floor if you're on YouTube? It's Antonio!
Oh, Antonia, the gymnastics corgi is on the pod today. Antonia, I can't wait to see you, baby girl.
She can't wait to see Uncle Cory.
So, for those of you that are listening, which is all of you, we're winging this episode. We have to admit we just got off of a 90-minute podcast recording talking all about judging. And number one, it blew our minds. Number two, we're gonna make this episode short because if you're going to sit through 90 minutes of us talking, um, we're and there's gonna be two episodes in a week. We just figure this is gonna be like fun and unhinged and whatever. So, okay, Olivia, what bubbles did you bring today?
Mine are really fun, so I want you to go first.
Okay, I have special guest bubbles
Again? No, no
again.
one gives me any.
Sorry. My special guest bubbles are from uh one of the parents at Pacific Rain. Check this out. Simple Truth raspberry yuzu
Wait,
sparkling water.
is Simple Truth the Whole Foods brand?
Feels like that.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
These are from Scott Choi, Olivia Choi's dad. He texted me this weekend and was like, I have something you have to try. And I was like, great, I don't have bubbles for our weekly recording, so you're it. So these are my bubbles today. Thank you, Scott Choi. You
I
rock.
love that.
Yeah.
Okay, mine, Dram, citrus and blossoms. Now, the background is there's a really bougie grocery store in Chicago that I forgot my bubbles today. I didn't steal from work. Sorry, Crescent. Actually, good for you, Crescent. And I had to go to the eye doctor today because I'm becoming blind. And I stopped into the store and I said to the people at, it's called Goddess in the Grocer, and I was like, hey, I need sparkling water. And the people behind, I was the only person in the store. We had like a 10-minute conversation about what water to get. And they gave me this one. So of course I looked it up because I have questions. And I asked like what does dram mean? It's a measurement in a 1/8 of an ounce that is roughly the amount of bitters used in a cocktail. Now, it's still a sparkling water. There's nothing different about it, but their whole like spiel is that it's sparkling water delicately infused with real plants, crafted in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, created by plant lovers to be a truly clean alternative to other flavored sparkling waters which can contain synthetic chemical flavoring even when labeled as natural flavors.
Dram.
Damn!
You pull it up, it says dram. I'm like, oh, they forgot the E, because this one's for the dreamers, as my Instagram post said this week.
Right.
But no, not about dreaming, just about making sure that no natural flavors are in your drink.
There's some lemon salt in this? The
I
hell
think
is lemon salt?
I only lemon pepper.
That's what I'm saying. All right, let's
Wait,
try this.
wait. Before we try, have you heard the word on the street about what natural flavors are?
No, educate me.
I think if you Google it, you'll hear this. So I'm not making this up. But I'm just delivering news from someone else. So before you think that I'm like completely unhinged, I am unhinged. But right when I say this, you're gonna like spit out your water. So that's why I didn't want you to take a drink yet. I've been told that natural flavors come from the anal secretions of a beaver. Beaver butt juice, in other words.
I don't see those exact words strung together, though I do see in the AI overview on Google that, quote, natural flavors are flavoring agents derived from plant or animal sources. They are extracted from natural ingredients rather than synthetically created. La la la. They don't specifically go into beaver butts, but I'm not going to tell you no until I do a deeper dive.
Okay. We'll
I'm
report back.
still going to try this though.
We'll report back episode 11 about the beaver butt juice. But
Oh,
with
I haven't even given my okay, let's try it.
okay.
1, 2, 3. Cheers.
Cheers. What haven't you given yet?
My fun fact about
Oh wait,
episode
because I didn't
10.
even say you so rudely took over the intro. Um uh welcome back. This is episode 10. Olivia,
It is
what do you have to say about episode 10?
episode 10. 10 is the most highly sought after number in gymnastics.
That Jocelyn Robertson did not get this weekend.
Yeah.
It's okay. Sorry,
This
didn't.
definitely doesn't taste like a beaver's bum, but it's not my favorite thing.
Well, nothing in your whole world has ever, have you ever been like, oh, just like a beaver's bum, like,
Well, it might become my garlic chive butter of
oh,
life, like the beaver's bum. I would consider a plain glass top Topo Chico as beaver's bum.
okay, this is like borderline our chainsaw
Okay,
conversation.
we gotta move on.
It's like we got chainsaw, Oregon State chainsaw, West Virginia plumber's hat, plunger hat, Grace McCallum's bartend, and now the anal secretions of a specimen trying to build a dam. Okay, let's move on. Here we go. Unhinged. Okay, let's get straight to it. I'm just gonna go down our list of the things we collected this
Great.
week. And I just want you to react to them. Okay?
I'm good at reactions.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Olivia did two of the Big Four's Big Ten Network broadcasts this weekend, so she was a little busy. And then I was at Arkansas, wasn't I? Yeah, I was
Arkansas.
at Arkansas against Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So we were tired. But I'm gonna read down our list. Are you ready? Okay.
Antonio was sleeping. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, vault. Because, Olympic order.
Olympic order.
Yeah. Rolls off the tongue. Um, OU freshman L. Mueller rocking a solid Yurchenko 1.5.
Gorgina. Obviously, I know that there was some discussion on the forum and everything and hoopla, but she just gives me such Jade Degovea vibes. And when she sticks and like gives me that like red lip Jade, I'm like, give me more. I want more.
Oh my gosh, I kind of forgot about that girl, and that's an icon.
Yeah,
An
I know.
icon. Okay, up next, Kaylee Boozer, vault debut.
This was major. And I mentioned it a little bit in the broadcast, but the back end of this is that Kaylee Boozer hasn't vaulted in a very long time. And she started vaulting. She's at Michigan, in case anyone didn't know. She's at Michigan. She started vaulting again maybe a month or so ago and has just been struggling with just mental prepar but not even preparation. She just has been having a hard time on vault.
Yeah.
Nothing physical, just from a mental perspective. Like it happens, it's gymnastics, a Yurchenko full. I get it. I understand. And the vault's stunning and she's wanted to do it and whatever and she ended up like really getting over that hump this week and doing it in a really critical moment for
Mm.
Michigan. And she went 9.85 in her first ever collegiate vault. Just like, oh, so many hearts and happiness. It was once she made it over the table, I was like, she's gonna twist. It's great. So I was very proud of her.
In terms of people I am going to be starstruck by at Big Tens, like Kaylee Boozer is like very high on the list.
Yeah, for sure.
Up next, Sage Kellerman with another vault stick.
She is remarkable. I am impressed every time I watch her do gymnastics. And getting Big Ten Event Specialist of the Week again made me so happy too, because I truly feel, I know we talked about this last week, that the conference is giving out a Specialist of the Year award. I think she is an incredibly high front runner for that award because of what she's done on 3 events. She's exhibitioned beam here and there, regardless of if she ever does it or not. She is the epitome of critical unsung hero on 3 events who isn't an all-arounder, but just gets it done.
So good. So
So
good.
good. Or not 3 events, sorry, 2 events. She doesn't do floor. 2 events. That makes it even more specialist in my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. Honorable mention, another great Michigan State leotard.
Oh,
Nicole Curler, what are you doing? It's
can we come raid your leotard closet?
right, right, right. And can I be on the group chat when you're like sending ideas? Because whatever you're sending as inspiration for these, I need to see them. Okay.
Can we make one for Antonia?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so putting my dog in a leotard.
Honestly, I should have Nicole Curler design like a jacket for me.
Fire up the text.
Nicole, I'm coming for you. Okay. We're going to bars because, Olympic order. Yeah, rolls
Right,
off the tongue.
right.
Jordan Lyden 995. Talk about it.
I love her. I'm so happy that she's anchoring this Minnesota Bars lineup. She deserves that spot. She has very technically correct gymnastics. The feet are glued together, the shoulders are pushed through, so all of her handstands are really aggressive and tall. And I'm just really happy for her. She had a great season last year, but this year is even better, and she's continuing that climb and consistency, and I'm super here for it.
I love it. I love it. And the last one that we have on bars, Nebraska's Lauren Hollifield with first career bar routine for a 9775 with huge hugs from her team afterwards. It was so cool to see her get in there and throw down. It was so cool. It was
It
so cool.
was. I am going to be totally honest. There is a Lauren Hollifield and a Lauren. There's another Lauren on Nebraska's team that starts with an H. Her last name starts with an H, and I get them mixed up, which is terrible. But when this meet was happening, if anyone didn't watch Big Fours, we were going double duel, but there was so much happening that as an analyst, my job was to analyze, but I didn't want to overanalyze. But I also wanted to explain what I was seeing. And I missed on the broadcast that it was her first ever career routine. And I want to stab myself in the foot for it because that is a massive moment for her
Yeah.
and for her career and for her team and everything. And I've gone back and rewatched it a couple times and I'm like literally stabbing myself in the foot. But I just wanted to spotlight it again because that is one step toward many, many more impactful bar routines from Lauren and just a job well done to her.
Oh, yeah. Agreed. Agreed. And please don't stab yourself in the foot. You can apologize to her in just a few weeks.
True.
I'm sure she'll accept your apology.
On crutches because I stabbed myself in the foot.
Yeah, probably. Good
Right.
thing, good thing you can sit down while you are analyzing gymnastics on TV. All right, on to balance beam, because what?
Olympic order.
Olympic order. Okay. Up first, Arkansas's Cami Weaver. Back handspring layout is to die for.
It is.
It is.
That's just that I wrote that and that's all I have to say about it because
Right.
the art, it's so good.
It's so good.
Talk about on top of the beam. Chef's kiss.
So good. It's so good. Cam, you rock. Mizzou's Amari Celestine saving her series by landing with her toes on the beam and her heel off the beam.
Did you see this?
Yes.
So she goes back handspring, swing through side aerial, which is so difficult.
Mhm.
First of all, the only other person I can remember who did that was a gymnast from Ohio State a couple years ago, Sydney. Oh God, this is horrible. Can't even remember her last name. I'm tired. Beautiful Sydney Jennings. Beautiful tall gymnast, gorgeous lines, and she went back handspring swing through. I don't know how you stop all that momentum on the back handspring, but Amari does the back handspring side aerial, I kid you not. The toes are gripping on for dear life with the heel down, and she just goes and puts the heel on the beam as if nothing happened. Talk about foot strength.
Hmm.
Mind blown. Insane.
So good.
Insane.
I can't believe she's a senior. I saw it's her senior night.
I don't want to talk about that.
I know. I know. Okay, and then from Rutgers, Rachel Riley tied their program record score with a 995 on balance beam, and the highest of the entire Big Four weekend this weekend.
Amazing.
Shout out to Rachel Riley in episode one, shouting down Ellie Black. We will be here for it forever. Um, Great job, Rachel. We love a good program record moment, and you slayed. You slayed.
I love her. That routine was fantastic. If you haven't
I
watched it, highly recommend watching it. It was so good.
I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. All right, on to floor, because why?
Olympic
Olympic.
order.
Yeah. Mizzou, Kennedy Griffin, not only had a spectacular floor routine, but her jumps are to the gods.
I, I'm expecting a visit from the angels momentarily because she provided those to us in the universe. Yes.
Kennedy, you slay. You slay, girl.
So many elements of life she slays, but those jumps.
Yeah. I mean, her choreography, yo,
Jackie Turpacki.
Jackie Turpacki. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. And our last event bubble of the week for episode 10. Sorry. I was like, who is this person that we wrote down? And then I realized we're now nicknaming our athletes.
CC Ballard.
CC Ballard. I'm like, who is
Her
CC?
teammates call her CC. I just want to be a part of the group.
Oh, yeah. I just want to I want to be in the in crowd. Guys, Sierra Ballard from LSU, 995 leadoff floor routine to win the event in their podium meet in New Orleans on Mardi Gras weekend.
She deserves all the flowers.
All the flowers, all the flowers. Okay, now to continue our unhinged moment that you don't know it's coming, I'm now going to go to our Twitter thread
Mm.
and I'm just gonna like bring up some things that you sent my way.
Okay.
Oh, I scrolled too far and I saw swimmers in the audience at Penn State.
You
Not,
sent me.
I know I did. I know I did. Okay, let's talk about AI award nominees.
Yes. It was like a vomit of every senior gymnast in the country, but like it still makes me happy every time it comes out.
Amen. You know what's weird about this year though, is that because we no longer have that like looming COVID year of
Right.
eligibility, we're not sitting in this moment of like the people who are nominated are just going to get nominated again next year, right? Like,
Right.
and so there's something to it that gives me a little bit more of this like prestigious like senior gymnast honoree moment
Yeah.
that I think is really cool. And for those of you that are listening that don't know what the AAI award is, it's for the top senior gymnast in the country that will be awarded at NCAA nationals. And it's it's a really prestigious award. It's kind of like the Heisman of the senior class, and then the Heisman Award of our sport is the Honda Award. But the AAI Award, many nominations. It's a big pool of athletes, but it's I've just been loving seeing these graphics pop up from all of these programs, like seeing some of these faces and these names. I'm gonna miss them. This is the beginning of the end.
I also can't believe like how do you narrow this down to six? I
I
know
know.
I think they do like six finalists. Like how on earth do you do that? Crazy. And it's also not just the best like top senior gymnast gymnastically. It's like as a human and school and community engagement and all these things. So it's like the well-rounded situation. I don't know. I'm gonna miss all these people. I can't talk about it anymore. Can we move on?
Olivia, weren't you an AAI award nominee?
I was.
Did you win?
I was a finalist.
You won in my heart.
Thanks.
Oh,
I did win the AAI Corgi Award for Best Corgi Gym Mom.
Okay. Okay. Next. Okay, you did send me the Amari Celestine beam routine, so that's where that came from.
Did you see the
Um,
vault that I sent you on Thursday? Boise State Gymnastics, Alyssa Vulaj? Yeah,
oh,
Vulaj.
she's that girl.
Did
Yes.
you see that vault?
I'm gonna
She
give you
does
a
a
I'm gonna give you a live
Yurchenko
reaction.
full on pike off. You know who used to do this vault was Emma Silverman, Emma Silberman from Maryland, and she stuck it at regionals and qualified her to nationals last year, which made me so happy. But it reminds me a lot of that vault.
Wait, that was so good.
It's so good.
Those vaults, I always like whenever I watch them happen, number one, I'm never ready for the full on moment.
Me neither.
Uh, I'm watching it again. That was actually a pretty good one. Like
Hmm.
sometimes it feels like it's like a three-quarter situation. Um,
Yeah,
but I thought it was a really good one. Oh, that's cool. Alyssa, you slay. She is that girl.
love.
She is that girl. Okay, but then the next vault you sent me was Bella
Mm.
Mabanta from Denver. Um, for a 9925,
Yurchenko full.
this is a Yurchenko full. Yeah, I'm watching it
Yeah,
again.
it's very you coded in your Shea Campbell analysis of the flare full. It's very that. It's also so elegant. Like I talked about elegant vaults on the broadcast this last weekend because I felt like there were a couple just really beautiful fulls, and she has one. I mean, she's just such a gorgeous gymnast, so I'm not shocked, but
You know who else has a really beautiful full that I kind of hope stays a full? Is Jalee Lang, freshman Jalee Lang from University of Arkansas.
yes, she's a really nice full.
I remembered watching her full this week and I was like, it's big, it's high, it's
Yeah.
has distance. And the only thing that I would love to see is her get her feet a little closer together on her landing. Um,
Hmm.
but I need that to stay. I don't need the 10 teaser to block a 995 consistent
Totally.
full, you know.
Yeah.
Um, oh, D3 gymnast Ellery Gilmer scored a 9.9 for Greenville this weekend. And it's the school's highest score all season.
This routine was great. If you watch this, that first pass was absolutely sky high. And then she goes front through 1.5 front lay, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I've ever seen that. And then she ends with a full front lay with the second salto rising. Like it was really, really nice. Honestly, I feel like the only reason this routine didn't go higher was the landing position on her jumps.
hmm
The
Yeah.
the routine was fantastic.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Oh yeah. I loved her last pass. It was really
Right?
floaty. Really
Nice.
floaty. Um, How cool. I love good records.
No.
Teams like that. Okay, and then the next thing we talked about earlier was the Michigan State Leo, which
To die, to die, to die, to
obsessed,
die.
obsessed. Then impressive stat coming from College Gym News. They post these weekly. Um, they have that graphic where all of the teams in the entire NCAA's logos are on it, and they have been posting this graphic all season of teams that didn't count a miss. And this is for the entire season.
Yeah.
All of the teams that haven't counted a miss. And right now, the teams that are left are Oklahoma, Kentucky, LSU, Michigan State, Missouri, and Cal. They have not counted a miss all season.
That's amazing.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
That I literally sent it to Corey and I said, this is so impressive. It
Totally.
just makes you think how many routines, how many meets. It's just like anything and everything can go wrong at any given moment. The level of consistency and just depth and it's wild. I was an incredible stat.
Yeah. Up next was Maya Hooten floor routine because we're obsessed with the queen.
Duh.
But she's done 8 floor routines and she has 8 event titles in the events that she's done. She went 9925 at Big Fours at Maryland this weekend. No,
Yeah.
yeah, she was at
Yeah.
wait
They were at
at
Maryland.
Maryland, yeah. And It's her seventh straight meet going 9-9 or higher on floor.
I have to tell you some backstory about the Maryland floor to just give context of why that video made me really happy. My first routine fully back after my Achilles with full difficulty was at Maryland because that floor is a trampoline. I don't know what they've done. And if you're a gymnast and you're listening to this or a former gymnast, you know that not all floors, not all equipment is created equal, but floors in particular. Now, the Chrysler floor is made of stone. Okay. Then you go to Maryland. Nebraska has a fantastic floor too. You go to Maryland and Nebraska, and it's just joy. But then again, for connection passes, you have to be more diligent because it's bouncier. So there are pros and cons to everything. But I remember we went to Maryland my sophomore year, and then my senior year, I was teetering with putting the double pike back in at the end. I'd done it on hard again, so it's not like I hadn't done it yet. And I'd done full routines with it at the end into soft, not on hard. And I'm a gamer, and Bev always knew that. So she knew if she told me if I was comfortable and everyone felt comfortable, it was going to be okay. That floor, I remember doing warm up on it. And I was like, oh, it's on. I was like, we're doing it here. Like, this floor is amazing. So that's a fun Maryland stat. I don't know if the floor is the same anymore because equipment like changes here and there. But that Maryland floor was a gift.
Wow. You just brought me back. When I was with UCLA, we competed in Ann Arbor once. Yeah. And what brought me back was you saying that the first routine you did after your Achilles was in Maryland.
Well,
Well,
not the, it was the first full one, like with full difficulty. Like
oh,
I did a routines with like watered down last passes, but that was the first time adding the double pike back in.
like what kind of watered down last pass? So you did a layout?
No, when we were at Bama, it was like the second or third meet of the season, and we needed someone to go, and I had done everything on hard except double pike. So Bev was like, "Could you end with a Rudy?" And I was like, "Probably not." And so I tried a Rudy, it wasn't good. I was like, I could just do a double full. It would be a C and not connection, so I would get up to the level. She was like, "I don't care. We just need you to hit a routine. Like it can go 9-7. We just need you to hit a routine." I was like, "Okay." So I went Arabian first pass, 1.5 front lay, double full.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then the next weekend, I did the same thing at home in Ann Arbor, but I messed up the 1.5. So I did 1.5 punch front. So that was another 10th down. So I should have started from a 9-8. And I knew that it was going to be probably the lowest score ever for me on floor. So I just like sold the booty out of it and like whipped my hair around and like, yeah, and all this stuff. Pretty much how I did it in my dancer video a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I went 9-8-7-5.
I thought you were gonna tell me you did like double full,
No, I
like
ended with a double
stag or
full
something.
and it was under rotated.
You
I
ended with
don't
what?
know. I literally went double Arabian, 1.5 punch front tuck, double
Uh,
full, 9-8-7-5.
incredible. Sell your routines, everyone. No,
So I
okay.
never got a 10. I got a 10-0-7-5. Okay, keep going.
What I was gonna say though is that reminded me that you said like the Chrysler floor is like so hard. Um Sam Peshek's first routine back after her Achilles was in Ann Arbor against Michigan. And I remember this specifically because I was standing in the corner before she started her routine. The nerves were high. If I remember correctly, it was a situation where like she wasn't we didn't think we needed her to go in, but then she ended up going in and she was prepared. Like she's so talented and it was so incredible. But I remember this one significantly because I was standing in the corner with her before she started. And of course, I'm just there to like give her a fist bump and say not very much because she like was such a badass competitor. Um, this little girl from the stands runs up to her and was like, "Excuse me?" And she like looked behind her, and this little girl looks up at her and she just goes, "You're so pretty." And Sam was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so nice." And then that comment led her to hitting her floor routine, her first routine back from Achilles. And she went like a really great score. I couldn't tell you what the score was. But it was just like so cute, and maybe it like made the hard Chrysler floor feel a little softer because this cute little girl thought she was pretty.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
It's so
Okay.
cute.
Yeah, sorry. We digress.
We digressed.
And our last tweet that Olivia sent this week was from Penn Gymnastics. And they did a new season high mark and the fourth highest team score in school history when they went into 196.2. Well done, Penn.
I love it. I love that Penn team. Sky Carrico is one of my favorite underrated athletes, so I love to see them growing. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. Okay. So we've gabbed, we've done the events, we've done the Twitter. Um,
Let's hit a couple bubbly vibes and
Call it a night.
call it a night.
Yeah. I hope everyone's okay with us just, cutting it short.
They're going to be so sick of us come Big Tens. It's fine.
You guys, we have so much planned. We have so much planned. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
this is my me giving my mom a shout out because she was sad that I haven't given her a shout out yet. So, hey mom, happy birthday week. It was her birthday on Sunday. Yeah,
Oh.
I
And I
know.
didn't text her. A bad child.
Yeah, you step it up, Olivia.
Yes, Corey.
Miss Corey. All right. Love you, mom. Okay, bubbly vibes for the week. Oh, I hope everyone saw Liz Crandall Howell stick a 1.5 from the tumble track that was posted on their story. Did everyone see it?
She's amazing. Not only is LCH a coaching like outfit icon, okay,
Mhm,
let's discuss. Also a coaching icon.
mhm.
She just whips that out. Excuse?
I know. I mean, as a student athlete, you're like, oh man, I better stick everyone now.
Yeah, if LCH is sticking, you better stick.
I love it. I mean, she was such a talented athlete, sorry, Liz, back in her day. But no, love you. See you this weekend. Anyways, but I mean, if your coach is sticking the 1.5, you guys better stick your 1.5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, honorable mention, not on the bubbly vibes list, but something definitely that is a bubbly vibe was Ondine's bar routine that got posted.
To die.
My face.
The celebration after was chef's kiss.
Yeah, so good. Okay, up next, Tori Vetter, #1 in the all around in the Big Ten. Well deserved.
If you've followed any Big Ten social media, you know that I'm obsessed with Tori Vetter, and rightfully so, because she is an absolute queen. But also, Ohio State is having an off year with they've gotten the injury plague, and that's really hard. But I think they're still doing a remarkable job of rising to the occasion, giving youngsters the opportunity to compete and gain experience. Though it's great to see Tori, regardless, just shine because I think she's been such a bright light for that Ohio State team. So seeing her #1 in the Big Ten in the all around is an absolute treat. And I hope it gives her a boost of confidence because I do think she's one of the best in the conference and the country.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Update. While you were talking about that, I took another sip of my bubbles, and this is really good. I highly suggest everyone
Yeah,
run.
the beaver bum is getting worse.
Dram. I got a dram. She's spitting. She might spit out. Okay, I didn't mean for it to go here. All right.
Sorry.
Up next, I am just going to apologize up front that I might not know how to pronounce this, but I'm going to give it my best shot. You guys, Amalia Giguarda feels right. Gi, Giguarta
Ooh.
commits to Michigan State, and she joins her Romanian Olympic teammate, Lilia Kosman at MSU. And then, of course, Anna Barbosu is going to Stanford. Look at Romania just descending upon the NCAA.
I love it and give me more in the Big Ten because that just like feeds my soul. But I had this hunch when Anna Barbosu announced going to Stanford. I was like, who's next, kind of?
Hmm.
And I never expected another Spartan, but I love it. So
Yeah,
that's going to be really, I mean, Michigan State's been on the rise for so many reasons and they're so fantastic, but I'm really excited for this. this Romanian edge that we're going to get to this Michigan State team.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Big fan.
Okay, Bree Clark from Clemson did the Biles. Did the Biles one in college. Pretty cool. It was a sleigh, but you know what I mean, it was a sleigh that she did it, but the real sleigh was the amount of media that they poured into that
Yes.
up. And we had the Simone comments. We had like all of these outlets were picking it up, and it was so cool. And I just love being able to find those small moments that we can celebrate in big ways. And Bree, awesome. Nice job. You know, and I think in a moment in the season where scores are very important and team scores are very important, kudos to the coaching staff for allowing her to debut a skill at this point in the season. And yeah, she like went out of bounds and like took a big step, but like kudos to the coaching staff for allowing her to debut something that she's been working really hard on. And I think she might have done it already once, but it was like it was landed and it was well done and well executed. And so nice job, Bree. It was cool.
I'm a firm believer it only takes one person to do something for others to do it too. And I think it's exciting that we saw that difficulty from her because I hope it creates more difficulty down the line like
Yeah,
that.
I agree. I agree. Um, One thing that's not on here that I did want to mention was the ribbons that the University of Iowa were wearing at Big Fours.
Yes, for autumn.
So, as many of you might know, Autumn Grable, who used to be the assistant coach alongside of her husband at UCLA, her husband Kyle, um, has been diagnosed with, I believe it's an autoimmune. Um, if you don't mind, Liv, can you pull up the post for me,
Yeah, let me pull it
just
up.
to see exactly what it was? But yeah, the University of Iowa wore purple ribbons in their hair during Big Fours in honor of Autumn, and Kyle was not there because I believe that Autumn was actually getting a procedure this weekend, and it has been a really big deal because there was a little bit of support being raised for this moment, and ultimately, it's not. I don't. I wish that Autumn could still be coaching because I think she looked like an incredibly supportive coaching figure in the lives of the UCLA athletes over the last season or two. And so, you know, I hate to see a disease like this, be so debilitating that it takes her out of the gym. But,
Yeah.
I hope we are sending all the good vibes, all the good prayers and thoughts your way, Autumn, in your healing process. But how cool of Iowa to wear those ribbons this weekend.
That was amazing. They said their post was for autumn with a little heart and purple and yellow hearts. And then it said, tonight we wear ribbons to spread awareness for autoimmune hepatitis. We flip for Autumn Grable, the wife of assistant coach Kyle Grable, as she undergoes treatment. We love you, Autumn.
Yeah,
Just like, oh,
so cool.
that's how you use your platform.
For sure, for sure.
I love that.
Okay. Uh, I need to blow this one up. Shea Campbell's vault. Yeah. Okay. So number one, the first score that was thrown was interesting. But then the score got downgraded, and I will quote AAI award nominee, mother of Antonia, co-host of the On the Floor with Liv and Cor podcast, Olivia Karras. I quote, a fascinating choice regarding the score being lowered. You know what? I was listening to you commentate that meme, and I heard you say that succinct phrase, a fascinating choice, and then you literally moved on because what else are you supposed to say?
Yeah. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Her foot moved. It was not a perfect vault. Now, if you could take quarter tenths, that, in my opinion, is the epitome of a 9925. Since you can't, the correct score was a 99. So when you talk about what did one of the judges decide all of a sudden, that she saw another half tenth that she needed to remove. Just that's what we're going to lower a score on? That right there. That's what we're going to use our score lowering powers on.
I want to know
Just
how. I want to know how a score was flashed and then a different score came up.
that's
But
what I'm saying. Like I think it was a fascinating change, not choice. I actually don't know. I don't know what my own quote was. But regardless of what it was, I was just like, really?
yeah, yeah.
That's
I mean,
that's what we're
their whole
doing?
corral looked quite confused, and Shay on the first score that was flashed just like hit the ground, because she's like,
Yeah,
"Hello, everyone." But and our final, I love that we've been saying that this is like a short episode, but I feel like it's not a short episode. Okay,
not at
anyway.
all.
Um, the final bubbly vibe is our weekly chive, garlic chive butter. So,
We've
uh,
started that.
the things that we've started on this podcast are just crazy. Like,
I kind of think we need to bring garlic chive butter to Big Tens and just hand it to people.
I think we should bring butter and then make people like put garlic and chop chives on the side of it. Like,
And then we'll bring a mixer and whip it up. Because the best part is it's supposed to be smooth, like whip it up. Okay, this week's garlic chive butter goes to Emma Spence's bar routine. The Maloney pack right into the toe hand, right into the Van Leeuwen. It's garlic chive butter. I have no. Do you know how hard it was for me to not say that on national television? Like, as if the people are supposed to go, yeah, like could you imagine a football analyst going, that end zone catch to the tight end was garlic chive butter.
the best part is that for those of you that don't know, Olivia calls her BTN producer chef.
Because I love being able when he says stuff in my ear to press talk back and go, yes, chef.
But if the chef told you not to talk about food or a condiment of sorts, what world are we living in?
Apparently a very bland one that doesn't have garlic or chives in it.
Okay,
I don't know
wow.
what he would have done if I called something garlic chive butter. He probably would have said, okay, let's move on.
Moving on. Moving on.
Moving on. But we have
Emma.
begun the garlic chive butter of the week.
Yeah,
And I
we
encourage you, listeners of the pod, to please comment your weekly garlic chive butter. The definition of such being something you felt was brilliantly smooth with flavor and texture that provided you with just a good taste. Gymnastically.
oh my
What was
God.
your weekly garlic chive butter? I ask you thee.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. But yes, please
I
submit
think
your garlic.
the dram is making me crazy.
Wow. Okay, we told you this episode would be unhinged. We've gone all the way from
Sorry.
beaver natural flavors to, you know,
Garlic chive butter.
and you know what? What are the events in?
Olympic order.
Olympic order. With that, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This was episode 10 of the On the Floor with Liv and Cor podcast. I'm Cor, that's Liv, and we're still on the floor. Oh, my shirt didn't get credit. I'm wearing a Wicked t-shirt because, no, I defy gravity. Did you see the Oscars introduction?
Stop. I literally sobbed. Whoever got the shot of Cynthia singing that blurred Cynthia and zoomed in on Ariana watching in the background deserves garlic chive butter for life.
That's my garlic chive butter.
That good one. You learned the game, except it's not gymnastically.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll add a cartwheel next time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, with that, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We love hearing from you. This is one of our very favorite things that we've done in a lot of times. Olivia and I text about it all the time. So we are just super grateful for the community that is here. Um, if you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, we're so happy you're here. Thank you for listening. We see you listen. Pardon me. Sorry, it's the raspberry yuzu. Um, we see you listening. We are so excited that this community is being built, and we are just tickled by the listeners. Okay. Like we said at the top of the show, we just recorded a 90-minute episode about judging and scoring. So we hope if you got this far and you're listening to my words right now, we hope you enjoy this episode because up next, you got a 90-minute. Go for a walk, hop on the treadmill, take the dog for a walk, go on a long drive. I'm delirious.
Come ye, come ye.
All right, bye everyone.
Podcast and the podcast.